Hey guys, welcome back. I thought I'd bring you along here with me today. We're getting ready to load up a little bit of hay here and deliver it on a pickup truck, and I thought I'd show you that process. But also, I just kind of wanted to give you a little update on these 10 pants. I've had several people ask me how they worked out for me, and I'm going to be honest, I wanted to give them a really good workout and give it a lot of time, do several different things with them. And as of right now, I couldn't be happier. They are doing just exactly what they were supposed to do. They're just as tough as nails, almost have a leathery-like feel to them, and I've cut a lot of brush with them. A lot of it was wet, and they're not completely waterproof, but they are definitely water resistant, and they dry out very, very quick if they do get wet. So I have just been tickled to death with them. I mean, they are so tough that you can go through brush and briars and haven't got stuck all winter. Cutting brush, so I'm real happy with them. They're really good. I plan on using them a lot this spring as we're mixing potting soil, which that is just about ready to start. So we've got one last trailer load of hay here that we're selling, and I've got to kind of divvy it out, so we're delivering a pickup load here today, and we've got a few more people that are kind of going to wrap it up. My hay sale season is pretty much over with for this year, so we're going to shift over into greenhouse work here right away. We've been cleaning it up. I'm going to get you a video out on that. We've about got our greenhouses all cleaned up and ready. And so soon there'll be a video out to show you that process. So I'm going to get started here loading this hay up. I got us a snowy, nasty day here today. About as dark and gloomy as you can get. But I wanted to update you on these 10 pants especially. I've been very, very happy with them. I won't be without a pair from here on out. I think I'll make me a new pair every year because it's cheap. So kind of wanted to get you updated on that. So you guys come along with me here now, and we'll get this pickup loaded with hay. All right, guys, I'm getting into some murky water here now. I think I'm going to turn this video into partly a few tips on stacking hay. If there's one thing I've learned over the past 20-25 years, everybody's an expert at stacking hay. But I'm just going to tell you, give you the way that I do it, and you can try it, see if it works good for you. It's the way I've always stacked it. And first I'm going to show you here how I tie it on here. I just put an eye bolt in the front of the bed of my truck, tied a rope to it, come up and over the top of that tie bale on the top there and down. And believe it or not, I just have a trailer hitch there turned upside down, and I'll simply run this rope behind that ball and then back up through this loop here. And I'll show you here. I'll get this phone set up and I'll show you how I tie it off. So you do what's best for you, but I just want to give you a few tips. One trick that I learned pretty quick is to keep your bales, you establish where you want that first row of bales to set on whatever you're putting them on, trailer or truck. You see how this outside, I established where that's going to go. Okay, now they fit pretty tight here in the center on these, but every bale is not going to be the same. You're going to have some short bales and long bales, and you need to learn how to adjust for that. So you see how I kind of established that line? Once I establish that line on that first row, then I hold that line all the way up. If I have a short bale that doesn't come to the center in the trailer or truck, I hold it out, okay? You keep that line out over the bed. You keep it straight. If you go to bringing bales in and keeping them tight in the center, you're going to end up with a load that just goes all directions going up. So keep your bales loose in the center if need be. Okay, now these bales worked out pretty good. They're pretty close to being the same, but that's not always the case. So that's the first little trick I wanted to pass along to you. The second thing that I learned right away, going with this many layers, and oftentimes I'll go another layer. This is 53 bales, and oftentimes I'll go 65 on this pickup. So that would require another layer of 12 on the top. So to kind of stabilize the back and the front, when I get up to that second layer above the bed there, then I'll put a bale lengthways there. You kind of see how it's different than the others. Lengthways on each side. See how that one's different? And then in the center, I'll just set a bale to fill up the hole crossways. I always stack them flat, especially on a pickup. Sometimes I'll put that top edge on its edge, the top bale, but most of the times I just stack them flat. They seem to ride better that way. So that really helps to tie that in together and really gets it tied down good and tight. Now I'll do that on the front. If I go one more layer, which I normally like to do, I'll do that on the front, and you'll have to wait until you get above the cab to do that. So that'd be on that layer right there. So you would do it on that layer, and then you would go up another layer and tie it all together. So you would do the same thing on the front that I showed you there on the back, just above the cab. So if you're new to hauling hay, stacking hay, that's some very good tricks that I use that really holds the load together good. And I can haul 65 bales on this pickup truck with one rope tied down the center. Very simple. So I'll get this phone set up and I'll show you how that I tie it down. Would you believe that rope? I bought this truck in 2000, brand new. Started hauling hay with it immediately. Went to Southern States, bought a rope, put an eye bolt in the bed, tied that rope to it. That rope has laid in the bed of that truck since the year 2000. I think I've got my money's worth out of that one, don't you? It's really been extraordinary. I've worn through a few loops over the years, so I figure that's the last loop for this old rope. But it's been a good one. I probably just jinxed myself, about to lose this load on the way. I hope not. But anyway, I wanted to pass those tips along to you. I'll turn this phone around and show you how I tie this one off. Okay, I'm working without a tripod here, so it's not the best conditions. So I just take that rope and go around that trailer hitch, the ball on that trailer hitch, and up. Just bring it through that loop. Crank her down tight. I pull it just about as tight as I can, because if the bale's going to bust, I want to bust while I'm cranking on it right here at the barn. And if you've got decent string, it's not going to bust. So that's just what I do. So I crank her down. And just make me another loop, go right through. So you end up with something like this. But sorry, it's not the best camera angles, but I just decided to do this video kind of spur of the moment, so it is what it is. But anyway, you tie that off that way, and so far I've had really good luck with it holding. There's one thing that you will have to kind of watch out for. So on the top there, if you use the method, you go another layer, you do the 65, you go another layer, and you have lengthways bales like this one right here. I have found that a lot of times, see, it's going to be right up here. A lot of times that wind will catch these edgeways bales and actually jerk them out. So if it's very windy, I'll take a string and I'll tie from the strings on this bale over to the strings on that bale. And that'll keep the wind from jerking those front bales out if it's very bad. Alright guys, so that's today's hay stacking lesson. Take it for what it's worth. I hope it helps you. Hope you've learned something. And this old truck's hauled a bunch of hay. Hey, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch up with you on the next video.